you guys doing? Welcome to the show. It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Wake up, America, Canada, UK. Wake up out there. Welcome to welcome to another Monday night edition of Traveling with Bruce. The latest cruise ship news and everything else. What a week I've had and what a crazy weekend I've had. I gotta tell you, I got stories. Oh my gosh, the best laid plans that I had out the window. Unbelievable things happening here, but I hope you're doing well out there. Hope you've had a great weekend yourselves. I'm just working here on my iPhone. Just don't mind me. I'm trying to get the show up, make sure we're on the air. Oh my gosh, Monday, October the 5th, 2020. Welcome to TWB, another edition of the craziness with Bruce here. There we go. The show is up. I see an ad. Hey, this is great. What is this? It's Voltaren. Voltaren is advertising joint extra strength joint medication. Thank you, Voltaren, for the ad. I could use the money. Thank you. Welcome all to TWB for Monday night. It's nice to see you here. I got to tell you, man. I'm bad. I'm bad news. I am telling you right now, and I'm not the only one. Thank God I figured it out. I found out today that not only am I a bad guy, but apparently Tony from Lolita Loca, he's bad. I'm not sure, but Don over at Family Vacation, he might be bad too. I'm not sure, but I know I'm the kind of comments I've been getting the last couple of days. Oh, I'm really bad news. I guess it just doesn't pay to tell the world what's going on. Or maybe I should say it this way. It doesn't pay to tell the world what you think is going on from where you sit, because certain people who hear what you say don't hear what you think they're hearing what you say. They're hearing something else that they think you're saying that you don't think you're saying, but apparently you said it. And so here comes my comment, and I'm unsubscribing from you, mister. So, we lost subscribers the last couple of days. I'm not sure I'm crying about it, because I think some of these folks who said goodbye to me, I really didn't know they were viewers before, and I never realized they were so filled with everything. I mean, everything. There was some pretty serious rage being displayed, which I really wouldn't want to have pop in here. But I was kind of wondering about this weird, wacky stuff going on. I'll tell you all about it, but thank you for popping in. Cheers to all of you out there in Traveling with Bruce Land. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. You're with people that you want to be with. You're with your significant other and you want to be together. I'm hoping it's all good. If you're watching me on your own and you angered somebody and now you're by yourself, welcome, and I'm sorry. But if it's all good, if you're happy being alone or you're happy being together, welcome to TWB with Bruce here out of Creston, British Columbia. Love that. Yes, that was a lot of fun. Oh, I see somebody here. This is great stuff. Oh, great. Someone's here. I want to say hi to somebody special. Wanted to let you know, before I get into the cruise ship news of the day, I want to let you know that I had someone reach out to me on my email last week and said to me, hey, I've been watching you on your channel. And I apparently you are in Creston, British Columbia. So am I. And I'm going, that's right, I am in Creston. And it's the first time I've ever been contacted by anyone in Creston that I don't already know. I mean, I do know there are people who watch me in Creston, but Jennifer and I, we know who those people are. They know us, so, they occasionally will watch us, and they'll say to me when we meet them, they'll say, oh, I saw you the other day, and I don't push it because I know, well, they might have seen a video in the last month or so, it's all good. But to actually be contacted by someone who's saying, I love watching your videos and love your channel. My wife and I love your channel, and we're in the same town. That is the first time that's ever happened. Now, to be fair, there are 5,000 people living in Creston, so it's not like I'm in a city of 1 million where, you know, theoretically some Cruise fan might have known me. Anyway, well, Doug said hi to me, and Doug is here. Doug is watching. I see him. We met for a coffee yesterday. Hang on. We went for a coffee yesterday at Timmy's. We got together and I said, let's take a selfie. And here we are. There's Doug and I at Timmy Hortons. You can tell Doug and I are both in our 20s. We're both young guys, and you know, we're in our prime years, and we're out there to live another 60, 80 productive years to get it together. We've purposely allowed our hair to kind of, you know, recede a bit because it's just too much of a pain to maintain. I mean, it's just, you know, there's only so much time in a man's day to look after. And so this is so much easier to tend because you just have to do that. You see, there you go. And it was a pleasure meeting Doug yesterday. Nice having you. Nice having you by. It was great catching up. And Doug is retired here in the valley, in the area, and we talked about the channel and cruising. And Doug is doing things on social media, and we talked about that. And it's cool. It's cool. There will come a day that we'll meet again, and we'll compare even more notes. So it was a lovely visit. And it was just great to be, you know, those of us who are now locked in, we're not going anywhere. It's kind of cool to have this connection made and be able to see someone I've never met before that's a fan of the show. Fabulous. I asked him, hey, check it out Monday night, 8:00 Eastern. I'll be on the air and I'll give you a shout out. And so, Doug, it was a lot of fun. Time goes by pretty fast when you have a lot to talk about. And boy, we're looking at our clocks going, watchers go, ooh, we got to get going. We've been here a little longer. Anyway, welcome all of you to the show. If you've never been here before, I love talking about cruise ships. Generally speaking, I think I love talking about cruise ships, cruise lines, what's going on out there. I like to follow the latest developments, what's happening with the cruise business, and I like to try to report it to you as best I can. But apparently, there are some folks out there who don't think I like to do that. They think that I'm more of a negative plant by certain political parties to promote certain politicians and demean others. That's what they think I'm here for. That's what they think I'm all about. But if you've watched any of my 1,500, 1,600 shows, you'll quickly figure out that I'm not that smart. I don't think I'm that smart. And I really generally always talk about cruise ships and cruise line news. And what I love talking about is when all the ships are out there sailing along, and then a breaking story comes up, like the Norwegian Epic has got engine problems in Nassau, or in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I love that kind of stuff, because then I can alert everybody, hey, there's a problem in the ship's going to be delayed getting back, and a whole bunch of folks are going to miss their next cruise, and all that kind of stuff. That's what I like to talk about. But right now we don't have those kinds of stories because it's not happening. There aren't 380 cruise ships in the water right now, and there aren't going to be 30 million people taking a cruise in 2020. I don't know if there'll be 10 million people taking a cruise in 2021. I don't know yet. It looks kind of sad out there, doesn't it? But there are people out there who are going, "Oh no, you're Mr. Bad News. You're Mr. Grumpy." Boy, I don't know if you notice. I like laughing and smiling. I love making sounds, happy noises. But if you give me the wrong answer, and we also play trivia from time to time, and if you've ever been part of that, we have a good time with that. So I don't know. What can I tell you? Welcome all to the show. I'm glad you're here. Big news. I've got a big news announcement for everybody. I'm really happy about this. I'm really looking forward to this. Wednesday night, day after tomorrow, 8:00 Eastern. I'll be live, 8:00 Eastern, day after tomorrow, with two special guests on this channel. We got Tony from Lolita Loca coming on live, And we got Dawn from Dawn's Family Vacations joining me on my channel Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. The three amigos are going to be live for the second time together. The first time we did this on Tony's channel about a month and a half or so ago. This time we're going live on my channel, Traveling with Bruce. All three of us are going to be together. I can't wait. I think it's going to be great. We'll all compare notes about whether we're loved or not. Because apparently, Tony too is getting a bit of a rough ride from you folks. I'm wondering about Dawn. We'll find out. We'll talk all about it. We'll compare notes, and we welcome all of you to join in. Send us your comments. Send us donations. Say hi to us. And we're going to have a good time. So Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, the three amigos, Bruce, Tony, and Dawn. I was trying to think how to rhyme that with Tony, Orlando, and Dawn. I don't know how to do that. Tony, and Bruce and Dawn. We're going to be on, so we'll see what happens. Looking forward to that show very much. I want to get that out right away to you guys, let you know. Plan your calendar, set some time aside Wednesday night for the three amigos getting together on this channel. All right, so there you go. That's the big news there. Cruise ship news. What is dominating the news today? It's Norwegian. What's going on with Norwegian? Norwegian and Royal Caribbean got together with this so-called panel of experts. They got them together 3 months ago, 4 months ago, a long time. And they brought these industry people and health people and former government health people and all kinds of experts to find a way to put recommendations together to present it to the CDC and the Cruise Line International Association and any other health authorities like all the cruise ports in America, and then the Coast Guard and Homeland Security. And they came out with 75 recommendations in a 65-page report. They presented it to the world, to the public, everything. And they were promoting it through the media like crazy for months. They were on CNN. They were on MSNBC. I saw the president, Richard Fain, CEO from Royal Caribbean, and Frank Del Rio on CNBC, the business channel, talking about this. This panel of experts. We're going to make cruising safe again. We're going to make it great. All we're hoping for is that the CDC will lift the no sail order and we can get going again November 1. We'll start cruising November 1. Just like the CLIA has been saying, we voluntarily shut down until November 1. Well, last week, November 1, that's the date. The so-called resale startup date is November 1. And here we are today, Monday, October the 5th. Norwegian comes out and says, we've canceled all our cruises until December the 1st. We're not sailing anywhere in the world on Norwegian Cruise Lines, Oceania Cruise Lines, or on Region 7 Seas. No cruises on any of the cruise lines until at least December 1. And on top of that, the Norwegian Star, the Norwegian Spirit, and the Norwegian Dawn cruise ships, which are all in Italy right now. They're all just sitting in Italy. They're not going to be cruising until minimum March 2021. Those ships don't even look for any cruises on those ships until March 2021. Well, what was all this talk about November 1? We want to go back. We want to get going. I know they were talking about a partial startup and then we'll add ships, but I would have thought these guys would have had a game plan laid out, internal game plan, where they would have come just both barrels going at us saying, we're back, baby. We're back. We're going to cruise. And this ship is going to do this and this ship's going to do that. And it's going to be great. I haven't seen it. So I don't know what to make of it. I can't figure out what's happening. Sorry, I'm just double checking here. Tony is going to start telling the world we're going to be cruising. We're going to be on the air Wednesday night. Tony's going to promote it. Don's going to promote it. I'm promoting it. So I couldn't understand why didn't Norwegian have a game plan already? Why didn't RCCL, Royal Caribbean, have a game plan? Carnival kind of watching off the side. They announced last week they've canceled all the cruises for all their ships except for cruises out of Miami and out of Port Canaveral. 6 ships in total. They're going to start sailing. They named the 6 ships. They're going to start sailing. So they came out with what I thought Norwegian would do. And I thought Royal Caribbean would by now, because it's the 5th of October. Hey, 3.5 weeks. You guys are theoretically going to start sailing. Nothing. Norwegian. No, another month. We need another month. What was this all about then? Like, why are you yelling like crazy? I will say, though, in their defense, they have a lot of contacts. They have a lot of lobbyists. They have a lot of people that tell them what the lay of the land is politically and everything else. I'm pretty sure that they were hearing the rumblings from within the CDC for weeks. Weeks they knew. The CDC did not want cruising to start out of U.S. ports until at least the end of February 2021. Like I heard the 15th and I heard the end of February. So I've been saying March 2021. I know they knew that. I know they had to have heard that. They had to have had inside contacts telling them that, which tells me that's why the cruise lines in the last 2 to 3 weeks were organizing all kinds of public campaigns to get the cruising going again. There was that, you remember last week there was a demonstration of people with signs, placards at Port of Miami. They were talking about we should get cruising going again. How did that happen? I know how that happened. They were organized by the cruise lines and friends of the cruise lines to do that. It's a huge connected world. They all knew what was happening. What they didn't know and what they were hoping, the cruise lines were praying, hoping just, oh gosh, that the CDC would either change their minds, which they didn't, or a divine intervention would come in. And it did. Divine intervention from above came down on the head of the CDC at that meeting in the White House to say, no, we're going to allow cruise ships to start cruising November the 1st. Forget about your February thing. No, we've decided, and we think you're going to decide that it's going to be November 1. And sure enough, it's a miracle. November 1 is the start date for cruising out of the U.S. ports. But Norwegian today comes out and goes, we're not, no, we've canceled everything. We've officially canceled all of our cruises across all 3 cruise lines until at least the first week of December. There you go. And now I'm waiting. What is Royal Caribbean going to do? Because we've already seen Carnival. They already canceled everything on their own before the announcement was made. Last week they did this before the CDC and the White House were doing their thing in Washington. Carnival just quietly said, we're shutting everything down until later, and we're only going to start with 6 ships out of 2 ports in Florida. What's Royal Caribbean going to do? That's the next one. And then, of course, Disney and others. I mean, we already know that Princess has canceled cruising into next spring. Holland America has canceled cruising until next spring. Cunard next spring. All those are Carnival owned. I think Azamara has done additional cancellations, and now we're waiting for Royal Caribbean officially to say what they're going to do. Which brings it back to me. I have a group cruise that is supposed to leave Port Canaveral on December the 6th. Harmony of the Seas. We have a group cruise. We've been waiting for Royal Caribbean to tell us, are we on or are we off? And we don't have anything official, quote unquote, at the moment, which means it's on, but I don't know how I'm going to get down there. I can't drive across the border to Spokane to catch a plane, so I can't get there that way. I could drive to Calgary 6 hours and catch a plane from Calgary into the States, but there's limited service now. because the U.S. airlines are getting crushed. They're getting crushed with passengers who are not showing up. They're not getting crushed in a good way. They're getting crushed in a bad way. 85% of the flights are, or 85% of occupancy is not being used. Even though you can fly anywhere you want in the USA, the flights are way off. I know that as a Canadian, if Jennifer and I fly from Calgary to Denver and Denver to Miami, we can do that. We could take a cruise in theory, and then we can fly from Miami to Denver and Denver to Calgary. But we know now, as soon as we get into town in Calgary, we're under a mandatory 14-day quarantine. And I can't tell you whether or not we have to do it there or whether we can drive from there to here first and do it from here. I don't know that. And Jennifer does not like those kinds of surprises. She doesn't want to be told by some government official at the airport, no, you're coming with us to a hotel in Calgary that we administer for quarantine, and you're locked into your room. You're not allowed to leave your room for 2 weeks here in Calgary. Oh, and by the way, it's $200 a night. We need $2,800 up front because that's what you're going to pay for the quarantine. Welcome back home. I'm not interested in that game. That's not what I want to be doing at all. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. So we're waiting for all this uncertainty to end, but it's not ending. There is no certainty yet. There's nothing but questions all over the place for cruisers who want to know what's happening. What is the dang deal? And then of course, I'm really trying to stay current here and up to date with what's going on in the world at large. And we're having trouble. There's too much going on. First, we have the passing of a Supreme Court justice in the United States. And second, we have the introduction of a new Supreme Court justice in the United States immediately to replace the other one. Then we have the income tax thing finally being released, which is just unbelievable. Then we have the man himself getting the virus. Then we have his wife getting it, his other people in his cabinet and senators getting it. And then he had to go to the hospital. And now we're watching that drama unfold. And then we saw a photo event in a car where he's driving around waving at his people outside the hospital. What the hell is that? And then we're watching him fly home back to the White House, and he's a super spreader, isn't he? He still has it. Doesn't he still have it? Doesn't anyone who come into contact with him possibly run the risk of catching it too? That's what I thought the deal was. What is going on down there? I want to know. I don't think no one on TV can tell me what's going on. The folks in Washington, on the news people in Washington usually can tell us what's happening. I have no idea what's going on. We are very confused here in Canada as to what the heck is happening. And I really would like to take a cruise. I really do. I want to go on my group cruises with my viewers. Jennifer and I want to travel the world. We want to take a cruise in the Mediterranean together. We want to take a cruise for British Isles together. I would love to take a couple more, a cruise to the Panama Canal. I'd like to do that. I would like to visit Australia and New Zealand. I have viewers there. There are some really cool people down there. I would like to sail Asia. I really want to go, but I can't. I can't walk into my own local grocery store now without mandatory mask wearing, because here in British Columbia, the numbers are up and everything has been shut down. No bars, no restaurants. It's shut down. Drive-through only. And in the grocery store, put on your mask, get what you want, get the hell out, go home. I don't know what's going on. What is this guy doing with a drive-by in the back of a SUV with Secret Service agents breathing the same air this guy's breathing? What the heck is going on? And what's with these 10 doctors? 10 doctors not answering questions. Why are you here? Why are you wasting my time to try to find out what the heck is going on? when you won't even tell us what's going on. I mean, this is the most unbelievable 2 weeks I've ever witnessed in my adult lifetime. I am so confused. Yeah, I've got angry viewers. And I understand it. I get it. I understand why there are angry viewers watching me. I get it. They're so mad at what they're seeing that anyone that will listen to them is the perfect guy to be mad at. And I listen to my viewers. I respond. I'm here. You can talk to me. Unfortunately, in some cases I'm being used as the one guy that I can talk to because he'll react to what I'm saying. Because I kind of care. I really care for you folks everywhere around the world that are worrying about this, because I care what's happening to our planet and our species as our human race. I kind of care. I just kind of wish everyone was on the same page. I kind of wish that the leaders out there would treat what's happening right now like leaders treated the Second World War. I look back at all these documentaries on Netflix and on Amazon Prime and on PBS and on whatever. You see these movies about the Second World War, and you see how nations came together. Now, the Japanese guy came together, the Germans came together, the Americans came together, the Canadians, the Brits. We all came together for our cause. Some of us won, some of us lost, but we were together in our cause. But I don't see that right now. I see people at each other's throats about the littlest comment being made that is being construed the wrong way. And I do not see a unified strategy to knock this virus out of existence. And it's disappointing because I had to listen to my mom and dad talk about the sacrifices they had to make when they were kids. And I've listened to my in-laws. My parents were in Europe. They were in Germany when they were kids. They had to make their sacrifices. My in-laws are Canadian. They had to make their sacrifices here in Canada during the war. So I got both sides of the same story, and I found many similarities, many of the rationing of food and the shutting down of simple pleasures and recycling for the war effort and all that sort of stuff. And I find it inspiring. I do. I find it very inspiring. I love the series that Ken Burns made about the Second World War and other World War II documentaries about the sacrifice of the home front and how to support the troops and all that. I love that stuff. But I'm not seeing that right now. I'm not seeing that kind of a thing going on right now. I am seeing some people trying to take advantage of the situation for their own personal needs, whether it's politically or business-wise or whatever. And I'm not talking politics. I'm talking everything. I'm not just talking any one thing here. In Canada, I'm disappointed in certain ways. Certainly in the U.S., I'm dumbfounded. I'm absolutely dumbfounded. Europe, it's crazy. It's crazy. The numbers in Europe are coming out of there. I thought the Europeans had their act together. I thought in France and in Germany and in Spain and in Italy, they really had their act together. They've got national health care programs. They've got doctors on call. If you're in Paris and you need a doctor, you can get one to come to your house. It's all covered under the national plan. I thought these countries, certain countries in the world really had their act together and would be able to contain this, defeat it, control it. But oh no, I'm being corrected. There's too much crap going on, and it's not good crap. It's bad crap. And I can understand the third world having a problem with this virus. I totally get it. If you're in a country where the running water is suspect, yeah, it would make sense that this virus would have a field day. I get it. And if you're living in a city where people are on top of each other, I understand a breakout. I can understand that 100%. But in the modern world, where we have the best of everything, where in cities around the world, you can take a glass to a tap, run the water, and have a drink and not get ill, that is taken for granted. You would think in places like that around this planet of ours, this virus wouldn't stand a chance. If you have a motivated public to keep themselves safe and healthy, educated, this shouldn't be an issue, but it's not happening like that everywhere. And I'm finding that very shocking. And I go back to the Second World War thing. I keep going back to that. That was 70 years ago, 80 years ago. 80 years ago, it was 1940. 80 years ago, it was 1940. And 80 years ago, there were people in various countries who did what they had to do to help the cause. And they came out on top. And after the war was over, from 45 beyond, didn't the world do relatively well after that? I mean, even look at what happened in the countries that lost the Second World War. They did all right, quite all right. They became leaders industrially and economically. Japan, Germany, look at their economies. Look at their societies. Oh my goodness. I have relatives in Germany who cannot imagine living in Canada. They could not imagine living in the United States. Never, even in the 60s, they couldn't imagine it. They thought, are you kidding? Here in Germany in 1968, it's going great. 1975, 1985, why would we leave? Why would we leave this country to live somewhere else? It's so good here. And they had been wiped out in the Second World War. Right now, we're in a war. This is a world war. The enemy is known. You can't see it. You can't taste it. You can't smell it. But you can see the effect of this thing. And it's sneaky. It is a sneaky enemy. And there are certain people who should be really afraid of it that are not taking it seriously. And many people are falling victim to this thing because people in the know and people in certain positions who should be really leading the charge are not doing it. And we got problems. Folks, the second wave, they say, is only just beginning now. Only just starting. France is hitting numbers they haven't seen since May. This is October, and it isn't even cold and flu season yet. I'm telling you, people, I would be, if you're not nervous, I don't know what to say. I just don't know. If you're not worried about it, and if you think it's a hoax, I pray for you that you don't get this, because I'm hoping I don't get it. I never know. I will never know if I get it until I get it. Same with Jen. We're just praying that we're being, smart enough the way we are. We're taking our precautions. But folks, it's boy, I don't know. I just don't know what to make of it. John Weir, sounds like you want to go to China. No, I don't. I want to work with the Chinese. I would like to work with the Chinese and the Russians and the Iranians. And I'd like to work with the Brazilians and the Argentinians and the Brits and the Germans and the Egyptians. And I'd like to work with the Romanians. And who's got the virus? Who can come up with the virus? The vaccine. Who can come up with the vaccine? Who can come up with a cure? How can we make mankind a better place? I don't mind tipping my cap and saying, those guys over at that factory in that country, they came up with the vaccine, and I say good on you guys. And if you end up becoming very wealthy by it, no skin off my nose. Way to go. But no, I don't care. I want a human race victory on this virus, because this virus is not national, it's not political, it's not personal. This virus has no anything. It has no heart, soul. It has no agenda other than to thrive and grow and survive and and do well. And that means, unfortunately, those who have to carry it are the ones who suffer from it. And I don't care whether you're from one country or another, it goes after human beings is what this virus does. It goes after human beings. And I think that's a bad thing. And I'm not against any country or any political party or any person or any ideology. I want a cure for this thing. And I want a vaccine that works. And I'm hoping and praying that we get one out as soon as possible, and that as many people are able to get it as quickly as possible to stamp this thing out. And if there are philanthropists out there, and I know there are, that are going to say, as soon as there's a vaccine available and it gets manufactured, I'm going to help raise money to get the vaccine to people who can't afford to pay for it. That would be great too. I know the Western countries will have the budgets in their government coffers to get their citizenry immunized. But there are countries around the world that don't have the budget to do that. And I'm hoping that through whatever agency it takes, whether it's the UN, whether it's governments, whether it's philanthropists, whether it's organizations, that the world can get immunized against this killer. I'm a happy guy. I'll be more than happy to support that whole mission. I'm not against anyone. I'm actually for people. Yeah. But there are folks out there who don't feel that. They think that I have a hidden agenda, or that a YouTuber has a hidden agenda that loves to talk about cruise ships. It's incredible to me. I'm a guy in the living room of his house in Creston, British Columbia, and I love talking about cruise ships. That's what I love talking about. I love going on cruises. I love to travel. I love meeting people. I love telling stories. And I report to you what I'm hearing about, because I'm constantly looking up developments of what's going on in the cruise world. And I try to bring that out to the public. And the attacks coming are stunning. They're disappointing, yeah. But it's part of the price you have to pay when you do what I do for a living. It's the price you pay, because you're the face and the human that some people just find, I can attack this guy. I'm so angry at the world. I'll just call him a moron. That's what I'll do. I'll just go after Bruce in Creston because he hates this, he hates that, he doesn't like this. I actually had a viewer who's in the cruise ship business say to me, well, "Why are you trying to kill my business?" like I want to kill the cruise line business. That's what will make me happy. You really think that? Truly. But on the other hand, they might be saying, well, if you could kind of not do that, could you just talk about the good things we're doing? Great. I'm going to not tell my viewers who are expecting me to be upfront with them, to give them my opinion on what's going on. You want me to not be upfront with my viewers. That will make you happy, as if that'll save your business. I don't know how that will work, because there are people on television all over the place who are talking about cruise lines. There are people all over the internet, all over YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and everything else, saying much, much uglier things than I could ever come up with. I'm just trying to tell you what's going on, folks. But sometimes you have to hear the news, sometimes the way it is. But I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I make errors too about reporting about the cruise business. I try to correct myself as quickly as possible. But there are those out there who are convinced that no, you have a hidden agenda, buddy. You got your ways about you, and you have to be stopped. What can I say? Anyway, there you go. What can I say about that? Not much more, I don't think. But the comments have been coming in like crazy, and I appreciate you all being here. You're welcome to your opinion, of course. Theoretically, in certain countries, your opinion is yours to share any way you want, within reason, as long as you're not hateful, spiteful, hurtful. Yeah, sure, go. Yeah. But you don't have the right to stop others from letting you know their thoughts. Once you've spewed yours, we are allowed to spew ours. And I respect people's opinions and thoughts and comments. Sure, yeah, I've got a problem with that. Please let me know your comments. Tell me, where are you watching me from? What's your temperature where you are today? Have you got winter yet? Is winter coming? Is summer still there? What do you think about what's going on? But I'm sorry if you're here to attack either me or other viewers or other. It's not what we're here for. That's not this channel's purpose. You want to talk politics? There are channels out there. Can't wait for you to get there. There are TV networks waiting for you that would love to have you watch them. But I'm not a political channel. I don't want to be a political channel. But unfortunately, people think I'm political because I said the word cruise ship, or I use the term CDC, or I use the term White House. That immediately sets me up going, oh, wow, he's just being political. That guy, he's a hater. Unbelievable. I'll tell you, my parents, my grandparents, my grandparents, your grandparents in their prime would look at you today. I know I'm talking to all of you. I'm talking to some of you. Because I think 99.9% of you who are here are enjoying the show. Usually you do enjoy the channel. But there's a few of you out there who, relatives of yours are probably thinking, this guy's crazy. What's wrong with this kid? What happened to that child of so-and-so? What's going on here? I don't know. I just, unfortunately, no matter where you go, no matter who you see, no matter what you do, it's out there. And can you remember the movie Ghostbusters #2? The second Ghostbusters, with that green slime that was coming out of the subway and the sewer system in New York City. And the more hatred that was spewed, the more it would show itself. That's what we got going on. We got this, the hate meter is going up, the hatred meter. It's unbelievable. It's unfortunate. It really is. We have at our disposal these tools. We have them on our telephones. We have them in our tablets. We have them in our computers. We're able to communicate with people like we've never been able to communicate with before. We're able to eavesdrop into regions of the world that we've never been able to eavesdrop into before. And I'm talking about stuff like if you're in Boston, Massachusetts, you can read the newspaper out of St. Louis. If you're in Los Angeles, you can hear what's going on in Toronto, Ontario. If you're in London, England, you can listen in on what's going on in Nairobi, in Kenya. If you're in Vancouver, British Columbia, you can listen to what's going on in Rio de Janeiro, because we have the internet. We have these radio stations that we can pick up. We have the newspapers we can read around the world. We're able to communicate or listen in as to what people are thinking and saying around the world. Free. We can do it for nothing. Yes, you can pay a service fee for certain access to certain, outlet, but there's so much available for nothing. And yet I find now more and more people are closing in on more local only, and they're shutting out the rest of the world. What's going on out there? They don't want to know. I don't know why. It's incredible how more open the world has become to us, and how much smaller the planet really is. How much micro people are becoming in their opinions and their thoughts and their whole thing. I'm just amazed by it. I really am. It's an amazing thing. But hey, I talk, and I just give you what I think, and you don't have to take a grain of salt of seriousness on it. It's free. I'm just here talking about what I'm seeing. But I gotta tell you, the last 3 days, the number of comments, great comments as usual. I get such wonderful people who talk to me and send me messages and encourage me to keep on going. But then I get those others who are, boy, there are some pretty upset people out there. And for whatever reason, some of us become targets, and it's unfortunate. And so, but I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. Try to get through it. Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome. NCL cancels cruises until the end of November. And now they're going to start limited numbers of cruise ships in December. They haven't released which ships will start from where and when yet. We got to wait for that. Royal Caribbean, the president, CEO, Richard Fain, did a video today And one of the themes in his commentary was, if you're going to take a cruise with Royal Caribbean, you're going to kind of find yourself in a bubble. You're going to be on a cruise bubble. Once you come into our terminal, enter the ship, we're going to protect you as best we can. We're going to have all kinds of protocols on board to keep the ship spick and span, germ-free as much as we can. But we're going to also try to protect you from the outside world when you're with us for the 3-day cruise, the 5-day cruise, a 7-day cruise, whatever it is. You might find that with Royal Caribbean and with Norwegian and with Carnival and Disney, you might find that you're only going to go to private islands for a while. That's it. You might find that you go to a stop and you can't just get off the ship and walk around for 6 hours and come back. No, you're going to be in a bubble. You're going to be on a shore excursion bubble. That's probably a good thing. I think that's being done right now in Italy, in Europe. By the way, cheers to all of you out there from Traveling with Bruce here in Creston, British Columbia. Thank you for joining me today. I have to have a drink. But we might find ourselves in kind of a cruise ship bubble during the cruise, so that the hope is, that crossing our fingers, that when we get off the ship, we did not catch the virus from any place we went to on the cruise. And hopefully, none of the passengers or crew on board the ship brought with them a virus that had been laying low and now reared its ugly head, and a bunch of us have it. I mean, we're all hoping, but there are no guarantees that can be accomplished, unfortunately. But there are those of us out there who say, bring it on. I don't care. It's just a cold. I can handle it. There are others out there who are saying, boy, I've got underlying conditions, and if I get this thing, I'm worried what it can do to me or my significant other. There are people out there who are in perfect health, but their life partner is weak, much weaker than they are. And what they worry about is taking care of their traveling companion, their life partner, where they have to leave the house to get something, medication, go to the pharmacy, shop, whatever, and then they come back. They're worried that I'm hoping I don't give a virus to my life partner without knowing that I have it. Same thing with a cruise. We're hoping that when we travel with our family members, that one of us in the family didn't get the virus from wherever we got it from and are unknowingly now spreading it within the family. And when we get back home, we see grandma and grandpa, we see the in-laws, we see the aunts and the uncles and the cousins and the nieces and everyone, and we're spreading it because we don't even know we have it. We're hoping that isn't going to happen. We're hoping it's not happening now. And so cruising will be different. Vacationing will be different. Business traveling will be different. And as it is right now, it's different today for some of us just going grocery shopping. It's just different. And unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to feel this, take this for a while. We're just gonna have to tolerate this for a while. This thing isn't going away. Not going away. Hi, John. How you doing? John Simons doesn't like me talking about Trump. I'm not even trying to use the name Trump. I'm desperately not trying to use the name. Welcome to the show. Rebecca Reimer is here. All Carnival cruises from U.S. home ports except Port Miami and Port Canaveral between now December 31 are canceled. That is correct. Sylvan Forrest is in the house. Sylvan, hi, Bruce and all. I didn't receive the link for the sponsor show. That makes me lose my cherub-like demeanor. Nobody wants a grumpy polar bear in the room. Sylvan, I'm worried. I'm noticing your name is not highlighted in green type with a logo behind it, making you a sponsor member, distinguishing you as a sponsor member. I'm wondering, has your monthly thing lapsed on you? You're in the hospital after all. I'm hoping that's all it is. I hope you're back. Ken, hi, Bruce and all from Janet and Ken in Saginaw. The temperature is 54. We're beginning a week of gorgeous fall weather and color. So are we in Creston. We're now going from the mid-70s where we are now to the mid-50s in about a week and a half. Welcome, Ken and Janet. Janet, evening all from Maine. Welcome, Janet from Maine. Sylvan, 84 here in Delray Beach. Leaves don't change colors here in Florida. They fall off in spring when the new leaves push them off the branch. Right on, right on. Marielle Levesque, hi, Bruce and TWB family. Welcome to the show. Tom Henry, hi, Sylvan. We were just wondering how you were in the sponsor member show. We missed you there. Janet, we're just starting into the leaf peeping season. I really love it here. 4 very distinct seasons. Most years, the bonus of a 5th mud season. Right on. I'm not sure if we just clicked here. My computer just clicked around here. I may have lost a bunch of messages from early on the show. I apologize. I'm being as gentle as I can with my computer, but only so many messages will stay in sync, and then the whole thing just snaps, and it catches up to about the last 20 minutes, and doing what I can. Francis Langley, thank you for being here. Bruce for President. Donna Manitou, Bruce, don't watch MSN, and you will get the real U.S. news. I'm an American. I'm not mad at all. We still have our vote November 3rd, and I love our country. I know you do. I love Americans. I love so much about America. I really do. I was thinking about September 11th the other day, because at the time September 11th took place. Jennifer and Jennifer Jr. and I were in Palm Desert, California. We were there at the time, and on the morning of September 11th, I was in Canada. Jennifer and Jennifer Jr. were in Palm Desert, and I was supposed to fly home on September the 11th. I was supposed to be in an airplane on September the 11th from Vancouver, British Columbia. Supposed to fly to, I think it was Oakland for a connection, and then from Oakland to Ontario, California, or maybe Palm Springs. I can't remember exactly the route, but of course, September 11th took place, and I got a phone call in Vancouver. Jennifer called, and she was up at about 7 o'clock Pacific time, and even earlier. And she always has the TV on as sort of just a ritual. And CNN was on, and then MSNBC and Fox, and I mean everything was on. What was happening in New York and Washington? And she called Vancouver to get a hold of me because we were in Pacific time as well. And my flight wasn't until 11:30 in the morning, and it was 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, our time, when I got a call from Jen. Turn on the TV. Turn on the TV. You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. And of course, the flights were all canceled within the hour because everything was shut down. And I recall for the rest of the day being shocked at what I could not believe what I was seeing, as I'm sure most of you could not believe what you were watching on television. And in Vancouver, one of the lead stories was all of the airplanes forced to land in Vancouver that were supposed to go to San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver, other areas, Seattle. They were all diverted to Vancouver International. There were a ton of airplanes in Vancouver International. And of course, no planes landing were going to leave to go anywhere else because air travel across Canada and the US was shut down. It wasn't just a US airline. Canadian systems were shut down as well. So Vancouver was quickly being overrun with airplanes. I mean, they don't normally have 200 airplanes sitting in Vancouver at the same time. Planes are usually flying, and they come in, they leave, they come in, they leave. Right now, they were coming in, they weren't going anywhere else. And so all these planes that were supposed to go to LA, supposed to go to San Francisco, supposed to go to Seattle, Denver, San Diego, on and on and on. They were all coming into Vancouver. Vancouver was running out of places to put these airplanes. And these passengers were stuck on the planes for hours until the customs people could figure out what to do with them. Because there was this question of who's on this plane? Is there anyone on this plane that anyone's looking for? Are there American authorities looking for any people on any of these airplanes that are landing in Vancouver now and across Canada, in Calgary, in Edmonton, Winnipeg, Toronto, and all the way to the Maritimes, in Gander, Newfoundland? Canada was sitting on hundreds of airplanes that were supposed to go to the United States, and everyone on board the plane had to be checked out. Who are you? Where are you going? Where do you live? What's the purpose of your arrival? And it was up to the Canadian security authorities to clear everybody. It took hours and hours and hours and hours. That was the first one of the first memories I remember. Of course, the shock of everything that happened that day, and I was worried. How am I going to get back to Palm Desert with my wife and daughter? How am I going to get there? Everything's shut down, and the next day it was shut down. The next day it was shut down. How am I going to get across the border? And that was a big deal. And I loved living in the United States, in Palm Desert. I loved it. I love everything about America. Love the people down there. Have many friends and contacts. Jennifer has contacts. Our daughter has lifelong friends from the U.S. We love the United States, and I can't stand it that the border's closed. I can't stand it. I understand why, but I can't stand it, and I really want to get back there. There's a Costco down in Coeur d'Alene I can't wait to get to. There's a Costco in Palm Desert I love visiting. Actually, it's in Rancho Mirage. And like I said, I can't wait to get at it again. But anyway, it is what it is, and we are here, and that's what we're dealing with. Glenn Weston, stop with the U.S. politics, or you're going to lose about half your audience. So be it. If I have to say it, if you can't stand it, get lost. Piss off. I'm not pussyfooting around anymore. I'm upset about being upset, about people being upset. But if you think that I am intimidated by it, I am not. I'm all grown up now. I'm 65. I'm not 17. I can get by on my own. Thank you very much. I'll take the Biden voters then. If you cannot handle the truth as I see it, go somewhere else. Listen to someone else on YouTube. Do whatever you got to do. Go for a walk. I'm sorry. I cannot pussyfoot around it. I am not here to politically please anybody, because I'm not a political party. I'm not running for anything. I'm just a Canadian. And if you really are nervous, if you really think, oh, well, I'm out of here, go. Just get lost. I've had people who've said I'm leaving, and then they've made 15 messages on my channel saying, he's a hater. They're not leaving. They're not leaving. They're still pounding the hate on my channel because they won't leave, because they're using me as an outlet to hate on. I say, if you're upset, get lost. Piss off. I can sleep tonight. It's okay. It's all right. I will talk to all the other Americans and I'll talk to the Brits and to Germans and Australians and New Zealanders and Canadians, and I'll talk to Kenyans, and I'll talk to Bahamians, and I'll talk to the beautiful people in the Caribbean, all over the place, in Mexico, South America. I have a worldwide following on this channel. I am not dependent on the Republican followers of the United States for my audience. I love Republicans. I have friends of mine that are Republicans. I love Democrats. I love independents. I love people that are non-political, as a matter of fact. If you're non-political, even better, because I don't want you to be political here. I don't want to be political. But I'm not going to pussyfoot around and walk on eggshells and be nervous about losing 50 subscribers or 80 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers. I couldn't care less. Get the hell off my channel if you don't like what I'm doing. Just piss off. It's okay. There's a ton of other channels on YouTube would love to have you, or maybe they don't. I don't know. But I'm not afraid of it. I really am not. You're not scaring me, people. You're not scaring me. And if you're a Republican, you're a Republican. Okay. You love Trump? You love Trump. Okay. I hope he gets better real soon. I'm praying for this guy. Don't die on us. Please don't do that. Please survive, because we just don't need this nonsense. I don't want to see a state funeral on television. I don't want to go there. I've had enough of this nonsense. Enough people are dying as it is. I'm hoping he gets better. I'm hoping his staff gets better. I'm hoping no one else gets infected. I'm just praying for all of these guys. But I got to tell you, the behavior of some of these people in Canada and in the US and in Britain and everywhere else, they're asking for it. They're just asking to get it. And if they're asking to get it, they're going to get it. And I'm sorry, you get it, you get it. And if it kills you, it kills you. If it doesn't kill you, great. What can I say? I can't help people. I cannot help people. Cal King Starkey, hello. welcome to the show. Rebecca, how you doing? Nikki Singleton, stuck in Jacksonville with Cruise Blues. I hear you. Emily is here. Cecilia, this hand ringing is regrettable. Emily, laughing out loud. Shuzanara, Tom Henry, we went to a funeral in Johnstown and the Nice Hampton there. It was half price. Talking about hotel deals. Amy, people these days are too entitled and refuse to sacrifice anything. Brittany Anderson's here. Walmart was just asking customers to wear a mask, but making it mandatory for customers to have one on. I even saw a cashier not having one, covering her nose and mouth. Rebecca, Donna, thanks. And yes, fine now. He is 26. Donna, Bruce, there was plenty of video of Americans outside of Walter Reed that were singing songs, singing prayers, and they were people of all races, ages. MSN won't show the positive, only the negative. Yes, I saw a lot of those folks on the air, and I saw a lot of them not wearing masks, hanging out together, brother to brother, sister to sister, hoping for the president to get well, not wearing masks. Death wish. That's what I call that. Death wish. Eddie, we'll be cruising in February. Donna, so glad he's doing well. I've read that antibodies last for several months after being affected. Donna, so glad he's doing very well. I've read that antibodies last for several months. Very good. They are sailing in Europe. Yeah, with about 4 ships. They're sailing. Brittany, I'm not saying exactly what side I was on having a mask on because it's way too complicated. It's okay there, Emily. Brittany, it's okay. Donato, hi, Bruce. Hi, Donato. Kimberly, MG2, where did you find that info on Redfield? Donna, England and Paris are getting ready for another lockdown. A virus does what it wants and where it wants. That's right. That's right. Who else is here? Thank you, Paper City Jeff Gamer. Paper City Gamer Jeff, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Happy Monday. We're lucky we live in where we live. Canada seems to get better. USA News updates, and we get on what's happening in Canada. Yes. Canadians know more about what's happening in the US than Americans know what's happening in Canada. That's without question. I know that. Having lived in the States and craving for Canadian updates, I could get it, but I had to go to cbc.ca or I had to have a special cable connection for CBC News. It's not easy. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, that's why we call the relatives to find out what's going on. Thank you for the donation to the channel. I don't think I'm getting any others tonight. I'll tell you that. I'm out getting nothing here but TDS and hand wringing from Cecilia. See you, Cecilia. Michael X. Yes, Lori. Tom Henry. What is TDS? MG, Brit, Reliable News, Tom Henry. I might need to take back the thumbs ups, laughing out loud. I agree. Time for a change in subject. Susan, if the USA had some death rate as Germany, 160 Americans would still be alive. There'd only be 40,000 deaths, not 210,000. Unbelievable. Enoch, Trump, derangement syndrome. Tom Henry, MG Toe, how about Sky News in Australia? Interesting group. Kimberly, okay, thanks. Lori, where are you guys out there going to do if you can't cruise? Any fun ideas? What are we going to do if we can't cruise? John Weir, Bruce, sounds like you want us to go to work, Chad. Like I said, I'm open to just a cure from anywhere, please. I'm ready to drop a few nukes, laughing out loud. Jack, and Michael X, Galveston, Carnival has canceled all November and December cruises. The Royal Caribbean still shows November cruises available. I have a January cruise booked on the Adventure of the Seas. Paper City, the colds are already going around Massachusetts this week. People are getting colds around here. Jesus. Okay. Let's see. Brittany, I have some MG2 and 3 masks. Amy Schultz. Amy, change of subject in chat. I have 4 cruises booked. Can't wait to sail again. Hopefully mid next year. Oh, it looks like I might get some deposits after all. Oh my goodness. I'm all worked up. MG, you need to be responsible when cruising. We don't want to cruise, but not until it's safe. Thanks, Jack, says Michael. Tom Henry, gotcha. Beat, Amy. We have 19 masks. Brittany, I cannot say which one I've worn. Tom Henry, I'm through 2023 and looking on to go on cruises. Jack, greetings from Conroe, Texas. Thank you, Jack, for being here. Kimberly, MG Toe, fake news, it looks like. Glenn Weston, I watch Rachel Maddow when I want to get angry, so I don't need you telling me how the world should be run. I don't need you, Bruce. I'm signing off now. I'm out of here, Bruce. Make an announcement when you want to get back to talking about cruising. Bruce, I'm out of here. See, anger. Rebecca, buying a motorhome and traveling to the USA. Right on. Michael X, my best friend. I cruise with Jack, lives in Conroe. Okay, Kim says MG. Lori, where we are on cruise for Oasis for our 10th anniversary cruise. Anyone got a fun idea where to go? That would be great to be on a cruise right now. Let me tell you, I'd love to be on a cruising if it were safe. Amy, 19, Tom, I have 2 young kids and jobs. I can only dream. So jealous you have 19 masks. Emily, I agree, Bruce. We need a vaccine ASAP. Donnell, Tom Henry, 19. That is so not fair. Lucky you. Carlos, I am from Colombia, and we have a huge problem as you guys, my friends in Mexico, passed away because of COVID-19. Tom Henry had lots of cruise certificates. I'm going to use Arc Adventures. Oh, not political is right. Again, our leader, we call him 45. He thinks COVID isn't scary despite 200,000. It's 210,000 now. 210,000. Bruce, sell some phone amps. Stop talking about this stuff. Jack Wise, Conroe is a nice city. I'm actually just south of the city limits in a subdivision called River Plantation, bought here in 2004. Jack Wise, welcome, and always nice to have you here. Tom Henry, I was planning to use the future cruise credit from canceled November cruise to pay for several other cruises. NCL put a monkey wrench into that plan. They're refunding the payments. No future cruise credits. That's interesting. Amy Schultz, I use them so good, Tom. I use Stokes. I just stoked for onboard credit and cabin suite upgrades. I'm stoked for this. We got deposit. We have the donations coming in. Thank you, people, so much. John's family vacation. That guy's so damn delusional with his cruise videos. Well, you can tell him that on Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Don will be here live with me and Tony. You can tell all three of us we're delusional. We're ready for your abuse. I wonder if they're watching going, Bruce, don't do that. Don't talk like that. Oh, my gosh. Wouldn't it be great if we had 5,000 viewers giving it to us on Wednesday night, 8 o'clock? Rebecca, Port Miami, Port Canaveral have not been canceled yet. Mark Baumgartner, we talk about cruise ships. It's 8:37. I heard it was COVID talk for 30 minutes. Bruce, talk about cruise ships. John Weir, Bruce, let's have some fun, please. John, I'm working on it. I'm glad you're here, John. I really am. Robert, hi, Bruce from Boston. I hear the NCL Gem is going into dry dock in Boston. Hope to meet you on the cruise when this is over. I agree, my friend. I agree. Tom Henry, I'm going to go upgrade my back-to-back Bermuda June 2022 cruises to an aft suite. The 10% will be a bit more. Margot, my dream, Oceania Suez Canal in March looks to be a no-go. So sad. It was a good deal and will likely not see good prices in the future. You could be right, Margot. You could be right. John Weir, spill it, bro. Spill it. Michael, John, Conroe is a beautiful city. I'm from Arizona. I was just there in February 1st. February 15th out of Galveston on Carnival 8-day cruise. 8-day cruise. Come back to Conroe. Stay until the 28th. Right on. Conroe, Texas. Sounds like a nice place. Kind of like to visit Jack in Conroe, Texas. Cheers to all of you from this YouTuber. If you think I'm stressed out, you might be right. It's been a hell of a week. Crazy weekend. I wish all of you the best of health, the best of wishes. Thank you for being here. Some of you are making donations to this channel tonight. I thank you very, very much. I have fireworks. I have a puppy dog. I have kittens. You let me know what you want to see. I love talking about cruise ships. I really do. But once in a while, you got to let it out. Thank you so much. Amy, yeah, we got balcony to Grand Suite. I'm pretty happy with that. Arc Adventures. Also, Bruce, we're seeing lots of sextants behind you. New cell phone amplifiers are coming in. Tell us, says Leiron Painter, Bruce, you are not perfect. You are a human being like everyone else. Carlos, you nailed it right on. You got it, buddy. Brown 66, New York City. Welcome, Rebecca. Air is human. Carlos, in Colombia or Mexico, you cannot speak openly about stupid presidents. You can't do that there. Paper City Gamer. 57 right now in Massachusetts. Not too bad yet. Amy Schultz, we have beautiful spring weather over the weekend, but back to winter weather, 13 Celsius today in Melbourne. Jason Alexander, 20 and sunny here in Kelowna. Welcome, Jason Alexander. Emily Archer, it's a free country to speak. We're only human. Michael X, 100 right now in Arizona. Leiron Painter, Odessa, Texas. We don't have winter. Ready to go on board in December. We're keeping a positive attitude. Kimberly Kelsey Johnson, Bruce. Have you a tentative date if your December cruise cancels? No, Kimberly, we had a group cruise for December 6th. We had a group cruise for February. That's canceled already because the Odyssey of the Seas won't be ready. I have a cruise booked with Tom Henry and his wife. Supposed to be right beside the other cruise. We're not sure if that's going to happen because we don't know if we can get down there. There's just all kinds of uncertainty right now. So I haven't booked anything else right now because it's just up in the air. Donna, it was beautiful here in Ohio today. Almost reached 70 degrees in Ohio. Oh, welcome, Donna. Jack Wise, let's give Bruce thumbs ups. Thank you guys. If you really do, if you do that, I would appreciate it. Is it a political or a cruise information? Come on, man. Nick, who still has a cruise booked on Carnival Conquest in November? Arc Adventures, not to put to be picky, but it was pink slime in Ghostbuster. Haha, sorry. Was it pink? Yeah, that's right. It was that, not that green slime. It was green slime in the first one, wasn't it? And then the second one was pink. Yeah, that's right. I like the first one better. Anyway, Donnell already did, Jack. 81 thumbs ups now. Mermaid is here. How you doing, Mermaid C? Carlos, yes, you are right, Bruce. There is internet. Emily, New York, high 60s daytime, mid 40s to 50s overnight. Beautiful weather. Lori, lately we've been calling the nasty attitudes the pandemic fatigue. It's not right or kind, and some are really perfecting their anger. Stay positive. Thank you, Lori, so much. I can be in Spain and I can know all that happens in Colombia. That's right, Carlos. That's the beauty of this world today. Hope I'm not too late. Had to go and get some welcome. Got some pizza. Jack Wise, Donnell, there are still over 100 viewers that have not given the thumbs up. Well, you can understand why. They hate me. John, Bruce, 18 to 35-year-olds, hello. Billy, give the thumbs up as soon as I got here. Thank you, Billy, for that. Lori, please move on to the cruising. Please, Bruce, please. Carlos, forget about nasty and rude people, Bruce. Just forget about them. Bob from Edmonton. Bruce, you are right on point. Thank you, Bob from Edmonton. Billy, I think the CEO of Royal Caribbean got the cruise bubble from Tony and Lolita Loca. He said the cruise bubble about 2 months ago. Yeah, we've all been talking about bubbles and stuff, I guess. Yeah, Amy, I'd happily stay in a cruise bubble. Bubbles are fine. Let's relax and enjoy. Fantastic, says Bubbles. Billy Farron, I'll be in a cruise bubble any day. Michael X, the bubble is fine as long as I can gamble inside the bubble. Billy, just let me hit the slot machine, man. Let me hit the slot machine. Don't take that slot machine away from me. Billy, I don't even care if I get off the ship. I just want to get out there. Jim, John Hill, hi, Bruce, Karen. I love your program. Stay safe and friendly. Greetings from Melbourne, Victoria in Australia. Thank you for being here tonight. We're all worked up, but people are here, and I love you guys. Billy, yeah, Michael, me too. John Simmons, you are political, complaining about Trump spreading virus. Please talk about our new air conditioning on cruise ships or why the swimming pool at Scarlet Lady is so small. It is too small. I wonder if they've already fixed it. They did send that ship back to Italy, to the shipyard. They were making adjustments, and I wonder if they adjusted the size of the pool. I wonder if they made other changes because they were getting not so great comments from some of the YouTubers that spent one night on board that ship early this year. Ditto John, says Lori. Susan R. Tom Henry, where did you get all the cruise certificates? Have you taken lots of cruises? He has, and he's got a bunch booked, and a bunch got canceled on him. So he got all these certificates, and he's rolling them forward. It's awesome stuff. John Weir, then we knew the enemy in Second World War. At least we knew the enemy. That's right. The enemy right now is invisible. Billy, as far as the virus goes, think about the professor in The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a phase. It'll pass. Laugh out loud. Steph, when has the CDC meeting been rescheduled to? I have no idea. People's Republic of San Francisco, thank you to all the people from Gander, Newfoundland for everything they did for all those passengers on 9/11. That's right. There have been documentaries made about what happened in Gander, Newfoundland, a town of 5,000 people, when 10,000 people landed at the airport. Surprise! 10,000 people landed in about 3 hours. It was unbelievable. Many foreigners, many Americans, and people have gone back again to thank people in Gander. There have been lifelong friendships made. Pretty cool stuff. Crazy, hurtful time. Watch the second plane hit. Leron Painter says, People's Republic, I highly suggest The Day the World Came to Town documentary. That was a good one. That's a darn good one about Gander. Jason Alexander, I remember that day vividly. I lived in Lake Louise, Alberta back then and was actually supposed to fly to New York that evening. Didn't happen, did it? Unreal. Robert, I wasn't surprised to hear about NCL canceling cruises. It would be easier to start with a clean slate than try to figure out who should be able to cruise or not if the ship is sold out already. I agree. Robert, what I wonder about is how the cruise lines are going to handle all those people who have future cruise credits. Do they get priority? Do they get to go first? Or is it fresh cash first because of how broke they are? Let's regroup. Terrible time, but, says Leron. Michael X, on September 11th, I was leaving Detroit Metro Airport at 9 in the a.m. to come home to Phoenix. We all know what happened. God bless America. Steph K, I miss my weekly grocery runs in Vermont. Emily, churros in Costco are delicious. God, good for you, Bruce. You don't have to self-censor. Thank you, SLGC Mets. If people don't like your viewpoint, they don't have to listen. Jason, well said, Bruce. Laurent says, Glenn, Bravo, Bruce from Lori. That's right. Put your foot down. It's your channel. You can do what you want, says CANP Railroad. Thank you. Arc Adventures. Go, Bruce. Mic drop. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Mr. Weston. And cruise information, Laurent is saying. Janet, if you don't like the conversation for Bruce, do you know where the back button is? Sylvan, you tell him, Brucey. Amy Schultz chuckling. I love the backbone, Bruce. Emily, you tell him, Bruce. Way to go. Arc Adventures. Oh, man, Bruce, can we just say we're loving your rant? Did I say mic drop? Love it. Suzanne Morrow, just curious, do you have any idea how they will reduce the number of people if the ships were overbooked before the COVID start? Suzanne, I think we're seeing it now. I think what we're beginning to notice is on certain cruise lines, they're canceling cruises out until March already. And then they're going to relaunch cruises whenever they relaunch them, whether it's November, December, January, whenever. With all new itineraries, all new pricing, all new rules. And they might say internally, again, I'm guessing, I'm not guaranteeing this, but it could be. The cruise lines might say, we're going to go out at 60% capacity. That's the first rule. Second rule, half of that capacity is guaranteed to canceled cruisers first. So they'll, try and do that. The other 30%, the other half, anyone can book once you want to book. That might be it, but I could be wrong. It might be that the first, the first 3 months of cruising, only canceled cruisers can go. So if you had a canceled cruise, you have a cruise credit with us, you get to book first. They might do that. They might limit it to that kind of a thing. I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. The cruise lines, I thought, would be so organized because they were screaming at the CDC, let us cruise, let us cruise. But they aren't. They're not organized at all. Their Norwegian is canceling cruises today till December. And then they're putting 3 ships on a laid-up status until next March. They don't have the plan revealed yet. So I don't know what's going on. I will report the plan when I see the plan, but I haven't seen the plan. So let's see what happens. Jason is saying thumbs ups for Bruce. Thank you, everybody, for giving me thumbs ups out there. I really appreciate it. Today of all days. Gaming text, you go, Bruce. You tell those people. Ken F. That was awesome, Bruce. Kimberly, tell like it is, Bruce. I love it. Thank you, Kimberly. The Steaming Bean, tell them if you have an issue, grab a tissue. Thank you, Steamer. Appreciate that. Nick B, I love the clap back from Bruce. Thank you. Eddie Durant. Bruce, what are the chances that we're cruising on Royal Caribbean Feb 17 to 14? San Juan, Puerto Rico, Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, St. Martin. Eddie, I will just tell you that as far as the CDC was concerned, love them or hate them, they were going to say no way. They were going to say no cruises until March. That's what they wanted to do. Right now, we have a delay until the end of February. The election is February the 3rd. If it's the same guy for another 4 years, nothing will change. The cruising will be allowed to start, just like airplanes are allowed to cruise or fly. I don't know how many people are going to take up the administration and go cruising in the first week of November. I'm not going. So I don't know. If there's a change and it's a landslide to the other side, we won't have a change officially until January, of course, and when I say we, I'm not an American. You guys, when the Americans change the administration in January, then we'll see what's going on. Now, I suspect strongly that if there's going to be a change in administrations, I suspect that the new guy will start making pre-announcements in November and December already to say, as soon as I take over, day one, guess what I'm going to do? I've got a bunch of executive orders on my desk, just like the last guy had a bunch of executive orders. There'll be a whole bunch of new executive orders, and the public will be in on it. And like it or not, there will be new policies pre-announced in advance. Get ready. Will they be good or bad, or will they be right or wrong? I don't know. I'm not American. I'll report on it with respect to the cruise industry. I'll report on it. Same with travel in general. But we'll see what happens. So anyway, I don't know. That cruise, If it's a new guy, the new guy's coming in, your cruise is dead in the water. If it's the current guy, it might or might not be dead in the water. Because right now, he's got it. He's got it. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. Trolls, Bruce, get rid of them. If I see him, I'll get rid of him. Billy Farron, thumbs up for you. Kirk Brunson, you tell him, Bruce. President People Report just dropped the biggest mic of all time. Thank you, everybody. I'm doing what I can. I'm just looking for trolls. I don't see any. Arc Adventures, Mermaid missed all the fun. She'll show towards the last half. Steph K, back into partial lockdown in Montreal. They're saying it is for 28 days, but I feel like it'll last into the winter. It is devastating for many businesses here in Montreal. Montreal is getting the crap kicked out of it. It's bad, really bad. Jack Wise, your earlier video of your Creston meetup did not show you or the pastor wearing masks. We wore masks coming in. We wore masks coming out. We took the masks off for the photo, put the masks back on, got in our cars and left. I assure you. And he was behind me over here, and I was over here with my camera over there, and we were angling. We're trying to get the angle with him over here and me over there to get the Timmy Horton sign. And we were socially distancing inside the Timmy's. He was over there we were on a 4-person table, and we were diagonally away from each other. Killed me not to shake his hand. Just kills me. But we'd enjoy yourself. Troy, great show tonight, Bruce, all the way from sunny Southern California. Troy, welcome, buddy, from beautiful Southern California. I love California. Michael, there you go, Bruce. Tell him really what the hell is up. You tell him. Lordy, says Laron. Ranting. Donnell, way to go, Bruce. You tell it as you see it. Jack, Tom Henry, a Trump derangement syndrome, TDS. Michael is laughing. Troy H., you're a god. Thank you, Troy, for the super sticker. Any donations to this channel? I got to tell you, folks, I usually don't get very many donations when I go on live. I go on for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I talk and talk and talk, and I really don't get that many like other channels do. So when I get these, I really appreciate it. The Trumpsters are not donating to this channel. They're ranting at me, but they're not making donations. It's got to be the rest of you, and I appreciate it. Troy, thank you. And Jason Alexander, man, oh man, $13.99. Thank you so much for that super sticker. Thank you, Troy. Thank you, all of you, for any and all donations to this cause. I so appreciate it. If you want to make a big donation, grab one of these right here. Pick yourself up a cell phone amplifier. Go to my About page or down below. You'll see a link to my donate button on PayPal. Make a donation for a that's right, Paper City gift. Paper City, I mentioned your donation. Thank you, buddy. I did. But if you want to make a $50 American donation to this channel, you'll get one of these babies right here. I will send you a cell phone amplifier, airmail from Creston, includes shipping and delivery, and you will get your hands on a handmade all wood, sourced locally here in Creston from Marshall Thompson. His name should be right there, handmade by Marshall Thompson. He's including a business card now inside here because he makes all kinds of wood products. He has a website. You can order anything you want from the guy, but it'll cost you because you got to send it across the border. But it's up to you if you want to order something from him. But it's a TWB anchor or a TWB a sextant logo. You put your cell phone in here. The sound from your cell phone, your favorite music or my channel, whatever you're watching, sound travels underneath here and comes out of this opening and just echoes across your office, across your house, your kitchen, your living room, your deck, wherever you go. Go camping with it, whatever. You can't break it. It's solid wood. No batteries, no electronics, no moving parts. Handmade. You can see here the phone goes here. The sound goes down there in that. There it is. It goes down that hole right there. Everything's backwards. Everything's reversed for me, and then comes out here from here, and it projects. It's fantastic. Cell phone amplifier. You gotta love it. TWB cell phone amplifier. $50 American. $50 American. I'll send you one. Send me your name and address when you make a PayPal donation. If you're overseas, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, the UK, Europe, The Caribbean, if you're in South America, make it 60 American dollars so I can pay the extra $10 for the shipping because it's airmail and it's expensive because it's all included. It's up to you. Thank you, all of you, for helping out the channel. I appreciate it. All right, Bruce, tell us Americans how to immigrate to Canada, please. Tom Henry, thanks, Jack. John Weir, I'm going to tune in Paul Harvey News. Good luck. Felix, hi, Bruce. Nice to hear you one more time. You think NCL will sail this year with some ships? I don't know. They say December. I don't know. Terry, well, as long as you don't drop from the current 60,000 subs to about 60, so long, haters and non-believers. What can I say? Don Massey. Hello, Bruce. Hi, Dan. Dan, thank you so much for sharing my video on Facebook. Those of you who don't know, Sue Ross, hi, from Melbourne, Australia. Love your chat. If you don't know this, you can really help me. You can really help my channel a lot. If you follow me on my Facebook group page, Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's, if you ask to join, I'll let you in. I'm the administrator. I upload a link to all my videos on the Facebook group page. Some of you have been kind enough to share my videos to your friends on Facebook. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. You don't even have to be a member of a Facebook group page. You can share my video to other friends right from below this broadcast. If you watch one of my videos, you'll notice probably down here, somewhere down here, is a share button. You can share my videos on all kinds of social media platforms. So if you're if you are on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, you're on you can share my video to social media everywhere. If you do that, it is huge. It's a big deal for me because YouTube will notice, oh my goodness, Bruce's videos are being shared on other platforms. There's traffic coming into his channel from outside of the YouTube network, the bubble. This is a big deal. This is huge for YouTube. They reward channels like mine with more exposure if they see traffic coming in from around the world from outside of YouTube and Google. So yes, please. Thank you, Dan Massey, for sharing my videos from your Facebook group page. Just sharing it to your Facebook friends. Huge. It's huge. I love it. Thank you, all of you. Please, if you can do that, I would really appreciate it. Nathan, my payment due date is December for my February cruise, so I won't find out till after that on what will happen. I'll go for the future cruise credit. Hope I can still safely go. Well, let's hope for the best. Had a little fruit fly here. Daryl, hi from hot Arizona. Thank you, Daryl, for being here. Sylvan Forest, I got to go. I'm tired. Thanks, Bruce. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Sylvan. Get better and better. Get out of that hospital. Get home, please. And thank you for being here, buddy. It's nice to see you. Paul Jordan, good afternoon from Melbourne. Too many people not realistic in their expectations. I'm listening to you. Thank you so much. SLGC says you got 100 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for doing this. Jack Wise, Tiny Bubbles in the Wine, Arc Adventures. We saw that Virgin Cruises pool too. Did they have a second pool? Maybe 4 to 6 guests could check it out. It was tiny. Eddie, have you been on Freedom of the Seas? No, I've been on Explorer of the Seas. Darlene, scheduled on Freedom September 2021. James, so our crews are allowed to start, or will the CDC delay it? Right now, we think first week of November, but we are seeing cruise lines delaying beyond that. So we'll see. I don't know. Arc, Costco has churros. What? Bruce, got to run. Some do, not all, but some have churros. Bruce, have a good sleep tonight. Thank you, John Weir. Jacob, Bruce, do you think if Virgin will leave on December 20? I don't know. Arc, Bruce, also, did we mention you are on fire tonight? Yes, I am. I'm losing my voice here. Amy Schultz, Bruce, in a COVID-free world, what would be your number one choice of a ship? If you could go on any cruise ship, Bruce, which one would you want to go on? I want to go on all of them. I'll tell you that. I was really looking forward to the Harmony of the Seas for my group cruise. I was really looking forward to the Odyssey of the Seas, the brand new ship for next February, but it's delayed. I've only been on a handful of cruises. I haven't been on enough to satisfy this guy's need for cruising. I would love to go on a Viking ocean cruise. I really want to do live shows from Viking. I would love to be on Regent Seven Seas, Oceania. Would love to be on Silver Sea. I'd love to be on Sovereign, Seabourn cruises. Love to be on Holland America, Celebrity. I want to get on cruises in Australia, cruises through the Panama Canal. I'm wide open, baby. I'm wide open for cruising. Let's go cruising. I can't wait. Linda Dewar, those endless balconies don't look all that great to me. What do you think? Well, balcony's better than the inside room. I'll tell you that from personal experience. I'd rather have a balcony. Michael, I booked on Carnival Freedom February 28th, 7-day, praying it goes out to sea. I'm hoping for the best. Donna, hello. Donna Cravens, welcome to the show, the channel. How are you doing? I'm glad you're here. Jason Alexander, I got to ask, how many times you asked how Jerry Seinfeld is doing? I'm sure Jason Alexander gets asked that all the time. I don't know if he's tired of it, but I didn't do it. Steph K, I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible person for wanting the orange guy to win just so my cruise can be salvaged. Oh my gosh. Janine, any word on staff returning to ships? Nothing, Janine. I have nothing official being said. I'm going to keep an eye very closely on the ship movements to see if cruise ships are heading to the Philippines. They've got to go to Manila to pick up crews if that's what they're going to do, because I have not heard anything about charter flights being arranged from the Philippines to Los Angeles and then flights from LA to Miami. I'm not hearing this yet. I don't know about this. So there's a lot to be done here to get it going again. Tom Henry, good night, everybody. Bedtime here for the old farts. Take care, Tom. Thank you. Susie Yunko. Hi, Bruce. Susie, how are you doing? Paper City Jeff, I think you missed my $5 chat earlier. I got it. I mentioned it, and I appreciated it very much. Jack Wise, this Trump conservative is a subscriber and therefore a donor, and I'm glad to be a donor. Thank you, Jack Wise. I love you. I love all of my viewers. I don't care who you love politically. I love my viewers, and I especially love my viewers who, love the content of the channel and the channel's intent of what I really want to be here for. I appreciate it. What I find frustrating are those who want to read in between the lines when there's nothing to read in between. I really hate the negativity, but I gotta be honest. There's stuff going on that shouldn't be going on, and it's too bad. It's just too bad. Emma, I'm looking forward to my amplifier. I can't wait. It's coming. Jason, I made the donation last week. I can't wait for my amplifier. It's coming. It's coming. Annie, North-South NSW by 10 days of no community transmission of the virus. New South Wales, 10 days, no community transmission of the virus in Australia. 94 Fahrenheit yesterday on the long weekend. Beaches crowded, fingers crossed. Oh, we hope it's not doing that. Oh my gosh, we hope for the best. Sandy Robinson, very interesting show tonight. It's been sunny in hot Malibu. Thank you, Sandy, for joining me from beautiful Malibu. I'm so glad you're here. Felix, thumbs ups for you, Mr. Bruce. You doing a good job. I follow you. Thank you for the thumbs ups for being here. Jeannie, Eddie Durant, we have been on the Freedom of the Seas twice. 2016, 2017. Sandy, good night, everybody. Have a good week. See you, Bruce. Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Tony and Dawn are on my show Wednesday night. We're here Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Tony from Lolita Loca, Dawn from Family Vacations. We're together, the three amigos, Wednesday night, live, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Please join us for that. We're going to have some fun. Glenn Weston, good suggestion, Bruce. This Canadian is unsubscribing now. See you, Glenn. Ark, Cat, Ark, Woot, Glenn, Glenn Weston. To all American viewers, we aren't all a-holes. It's okay. Jason, I get questions about Seinfeld most daily. Sorry, I'm no George. Right on, Jason. Amy shows 15 cases in Melbourne, still in lockdown. We have worked 3.5 weeks since COVID started. That's it. Unbelievable. Wendy Calvert, other bloggers are saying some workers are being called back to the ships. Any prayer for December or January? I don't know. I just don't know. Amy, just let us know when you plan on Aussie cruises. Would love a group cruise in Australia. Boy, I'd love to organize something like that. And I would love to organize a British Isle cruise for my UK viewers. I would love to get together with a bunch of my UK viewers and my European viewers to do a UK, Baltic, and then Mediterranean, a bunch of cruising over there. Oh, do I want to meet my overseas viewers so much. I cannot wait. I am so full of optimism about how much fun it's going to be to meet so many of you when I get the chance. It's going to be great. Susan, thanks for the good laughs tonight, Bruce. You tell them. Got a question. I got a question for all of you that are here. There's two things I want to talk about before I go. So bear with me. I want to know the first thing. If I can put together a hat, a baseball cap style hat with a TWB logo embroidered on it, would any of you be interested in something like that? I don't have hats available right now because the RedBubble people don't make hats. But I would like to know if any of you would be interested if I were to get a style of cap together with an embroidered logo. Would any of you be interested in ordering something like that? I'm thinking about maybe $24.99 delivered American for a hat, something like that. I'm trying to figure it out. So let me know about a hat. The second thing I'm wondering about is I'm looking to put together a series of videos. I'm thinking of putting together maybe 4, 5, 6 videos over like a week. That would be a virtual cruise where I would put together a cruise that we're all going on together for a week-long cruise. And I'm trying to find footage that I can get my hands on for getting to the ship and getting on the ship and exploring the ship. And then a video about, sea day on the ship, and then all the stuff we're going to do on the ship, and then video about eating on the ship, all the food we're going to do, another video about shore excursion or something like that, and then a video about the cruise ending and then coming back home. I'm trying to put together a multi-part series of videos of something like that where we could cruise together, and I'd like to get suggestions on what kind of video you'd like me to make, what kind of topics you'd like me to include, or footage or whatever. Anyway, I'm just thinking of something. Would that be of interest to you? It wouldn't be bad news. It wouldn't be a depressing kind of videos. It would kind of be uplifting, I would think. Steph K, it worries me that New Zealand and Australia have control of the virus, yet cruises haven't resumed there yet. That's true. They're really making sure it goes away. Not Cat. Actually, the Cat comment was a typo. Laughing out loud. Jack Wise, pleasant dreams, fantastic cruising. Wendy, your opinion, best 7 to 9 day Caribbean cruise from Florida, Aruba, Curacao on the Virgin Islands route. Glenn, Bruce was on point. The Arc Adventures is saying, Jason would love a hat, would love to get a hat. Rebecca, only with the adjustable back, not plastic snaps. Right on. Arc Adventure American stood up and cheered. Kirk Brunson, of course, Bruce, I was waiting for a hat. Extra large, please. SLGC Mets, Kevin would be able to do a casino segment for your project. There you go. Nathan, a beanie hat. Love the idea on both. Robert, yes to a hat. My hairline is receding. Amy Schultz, virtual cruise sounds amazing. Fake it till we can make it. Right on. Mike Zone, are you going to do any more YouTuber topic videos? Ooh, yeah. Emily, a virtual cruise sounds fun. Work on that too. Felix, bedtime for me now. Stay well and healthy from the Dominican Republic. Thank you, Felix. Mike Dixon, a group cruise sounds exciting stuff. Where are we going? I'm formulating. Let me work on it. I got all kinds of things on the go here. I'm thinking about embroidered polo shirts with the TWB logo embroidered here. A nice classy piece. Thinking about embroidered caps that are really nice, of a nice quality. I don't want to do a cheap, garbagey hat. I wanted to make it a nice quality hat. I was thinking about adjustables. I was thinking about pro fits that are stretch fit, that come in a medium large, a large XL, that kind of I'm thinking of all kinds of ideas here. I'm trying to figure it out. A toque, a beanie hat might be an idea as well. I'm working on all kinds of ways to help you spread the word. It helps my channel survive. The ad rates are just plummeting these days. So we're trying to figure out ways to keep the channel rolling along. And so that's why I seek your input on these items and these ideas, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, there you go. What a boring show, huh? Nothing to talk about. Join me Wednesday evening, day after tomorrow. Mark your calendars. The three amigos are going live on TWB. Dawn Terrace will be here from Dawn's Family Vacations. Tony will be here from Lolita Loca. We will be live together on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on this channel. And I welcome you, as many of you as can make it. Tell everyone you know that the three amigos are going to be live on Wednesday night. Let's get a big crowd out and let's have some fun if we can. I really am looking forward to it. Janie says 119. I think that's 119 thumbs up. So is that right, Janie? Mark B, good night, Bruce. We're out of here. Arc of Amy, good one. We'll take any kind of cruise at this point. Mike Dixon, virtual excursions could be fun. I would love to visit Rome again. Maybe I should do a world cruise. How about if I did a virtual world cruise and we would do this for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We'll just every couple of days, another video about going somewhere else. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. Love to hear your thoughts. Amy, can't wait. Our three favorite must-watch YouTubers. SLGC, I wish I could make the Three Amigos show. It's my birthday Wednesday, and I have a family Zoom thing that night. Have fun. Catch the rerun. It'll be on. Susan R, make beanie hats in pink so we can wear to women's marches. there you go. Wearing pink to women's marches. Now there you cheers to all of it. I love all the suggestions. I need suggestions from you folks. Thank you so much. Cheers to all of you for sure. Yes, World Cruise, Rebecca says. Bruce, do a series, a long series of videos, 15-part series, 20-part World Cruise. Let's go on a World Cruise together. This could be a lot of fun. Emily, happy birthday, SLGC Mets, and many more. Yes, happy birthday to you. Thank you, Emily. She says, thank you all for being here tonight, tolerating the ranting YouTuber. If I lost subscribers, so be it. If I lost some haters, so be it. I don't know. The haters don't go away. The haters say they go away, but they don't. We'll have to see what happens. Enjoy your Zoom, Emily saying. SOG says, giving us some hearts. Mike, everybody who loves cruising would join your virtual cruise. Positive stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Make prairie hats for the girls. Make prairie hats. I mean, I'm getting 100 suggestions on different kinds of hats. There isn't one that's going to work. I got to come up with something. It's got to be economically viable, and volume is the key here. We all love the ranting. Emily says, Arc Adventures, do you have any more episodes about how you started your channel? I'm working on one. You saw a preview of it tonight. You saw a preview of the next one of what it's like to be a YouTuber. Peaches and cream and singing Kumbaya by the campfire every night. Majestic Princess transferred to Manila. Are they collecting crew to sail to Australia? See, that we don't know. Maybe, Annie, maybe. I'm going to be watching this. We got to see. I got to check out some Manila media to see what's happening over there. They know. There's got to be crew getting the call, get to the port. We're getting a contract going for you. We're going to put you back to work. I'd love to hear talk like that. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. All right, there it is. I'm off to rest my vocal cords and get some sleep later tonight. Try to unwind. Get ready for tomorrow. It's another day. Time to put together some happy views, happy videos. Thank you, all of you, for being here tonight. Thank you for the super stickers and the super chats. I really appreciate it. You're salvaging my channel. Mike Dixon, I'm texting you from Brighton, England. It's amazing how well all this technology works. It's incredible, Mike. It's unreal. SLGC, have a great night. Bruce, SLGC Mets, thanks. Thanks for another fun show. Thank you for being here tonight. Jeannie, sweet dreams, everybody, from Jeannie. Arc Adventures, great show. Have a great night, Bruce. We'll see you Wednesday night, day after tomorrow, for the next show with Bruce, Tony, and Dawn. Tony, Don, and Bruce. No, Tony, Bruce, and Don. That's right. Amy Schultz. Night, Bruce. Back to the homeschooling now. Thank you, Amy. And Rebecca, good night. Great show as always. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out of here. We'll see you day after tomorrow for the next live installment of the Three Amigos. In the meantime, take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Keep those masks on. Social distance. Watch yourselves. And stick around for me. Thank you, Bruce. Stay safe. Thank you, Emily. Nikki, great. Good night. Love the show. Emily, wear your mask. There you go, guys. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you later. Goodbye from Creston.